Hello and welcome to my channel, Word from Your Mother. This is going to be a usual suspects with a lace of destiny and advice from the pleroma. I'm just going to whoop it out. Like I said in the earlier reading, as of now I am using the Just the Facts decks until I'm not. Now, what I got was somebody setting boundaries with the Seven of Wands. Come at me, bro. No is an answer. But you're setting boundaries by being unavailable. You've turned yourself into a workaholic. And you're like avoiding this really, really crazy thing. Because either either you're planning and you're backing off from them because you don't want to think about it, you're thinking about this other stuff, or you're lying yourself because it hurts too much to feel it. You don't want to talk about it because you're planning to do something about it, and right now you're just going along to get along because you can't reveal your status, right? But we got the Seven of Wands and a workaholic. Busy, busy, busy. Emotionally unavailable. 2 jobs, 3 jobs. Not there. And we got optical illusion and the Seven of Swords. Somebody straight up lying. And the way I usually read this is above and below. So it's you. You're lying about the need to be a workaholic. You're lying to yourself about the reasons why you're doing. You're not. You don't want to think about it, but that's what you're doing, because the very root of it, which is you, is the Queen of Cups. You're trying. You've made yourself emotionally unavailable to something that has hurt you deeply, and you're planning on. You're getting ready to be in a position to where you can do something about it. It's hurt you deeply, but there's nothing you can do about it right now, right? So you have to plan, and you're getting ready to be ready. Ready to be ready to be ready. Guarding your heart. Let's have some words. Oh, and underneath of that was sap. They're just draining the life out of you. Something hurt you deeply. Lies. Optical illusion. Not what it seems. A mirage. A trap. It is unclear. The visual effect. Confusion. A head trip. A trick. A hallucination. Hocus pocus. Sleight of hand. Projecting. Predictive programming. Draining the life out of you. But you can't let on that you know. Or you don't want them to know that you know. You don't want them to know that you intend to do something about it. Maybe a nest egg. You don't want them to know that you're going to do something about it and you're preparing. So, and then your cards, and this time you got 2, because the first one was stability. So you don't want to rock the boat. And you use stability as your responsibility to be a workaholic. Maybe you do worry about it. Like maybe you came from a very bad place and you don't ever want anybody else to have to go through that, right? And besides, stability doesn't happen overnight. You have to protect it. But the lies and the illusion, it's you do it for a different reason. It's a different reason. And this is the one we're going to read because we've had stability. Is Surfeit. Surfeit. And so you're going to do something but you can't let on because you might lose that stability. And the way that we read this, I've never encountered this word before, and that is something I can't say a lot. I'm just saying, I've never come across this word. A sense of indifference arising from excessive satisfaction of specific needs or overindulgence in something can lead to a feeling of joylessness and imbalance. It's a situation in which a person grows weary of everything in life, losing the ability to derive pleasure even from situations that once invigorated and inspired them. The woman depicted in the card appears to have it all. She occupies a high pedestal above the city, enjoying both recognition and the possibility of romance, if not love, as indicated by the 2 cups and roses placed on the table. Oh, she waits for someone alone. Nevertheless, the card's heroine turns away languidly from these potential joys. Dissatisfaction. Whether willingly or unwillingly, she dissipates her resources by feeding the pigeons and adopting a giving nature, but not in any meaningful way for herself, right? The card's background conveys tension, with the city's sharp spires and the striking clocks on the tower serving as a reminder that everything is subject to change and such lavish resourcefulness can't be sustained indefinitely. Birds circle above the city, illustrating how excessive giving can sometimes lead to a loss of what we need for ourselves. Achieving balance can be a complex endeavor, and it is conspicuously absent in this card. Overgiver, get thee to a meeting. But you're bored with it all. You're cynical, you're jaded, you're spoiled. But you're also stable. You're emotionally unavailable but stable, and you're one of these things is not true. One of us always lies. It doesn't matter who's lying, you're right and wrong. And you've distanced yourself from them because you're emotionally attached. And what would I do? You're entitled, spoiled. You don't feel anything anymore. Just to let it be done. But the stability holds you. Will the stability hold you when you cut them free? Will that unbalance you? Not practically, but maybe emotionally. Okay, well, let me lay these down here. I'll just leave them here. Okay. Alright. So, here we are. You can afford to take your time. You're not in any condition that can affect you without your will. But it's killing you. Oh, it's ruining. You're rotting on the vine. Rotting. 10 of Swords and despondence. Depression. Not in a good place. Cut him off. He was cutting him off in the earlier reading too. And then it's the King of Wands, cutting off the King of Wands. When you do, he's upside down. That is very bad, man. He's ruthless. He's strong-willed. He's not overly mature. He's in and out. He's a tyrant. You can't reach him. You hurt yourself trying to help this person. They're cut off. You're depressed about it. You're really bummed you couldn't save them. An entitlement. Maybe you shouldn't have been so... I don't know. It's entitled, but it's still saving. I don't know. And then we got conversation. The unpleasant truth. Acceptance. That you did your best. And you failed. Your ego took a hit. But you meant it sincerely. I mean, you should have been able to buy a solution. You weren't able to. You couldn't fix it. You were the rock. And now you're back to rotting. You're just rotting. Now you're not doing nothing. I don't know, to accept that you're not going to pour into it anymore because there was no good come of it, but you're still not doing anything with yourself. So what are you going to do now? What do you want to do next? You've got the stability to do anything and the capacity. So there's the Three of Wands. I always call them, Three of Cups. I always also refer to these as my girls at the water cooler. Perhaps you're going to go back to work. Perhaps, life is for the living. And you're going to move out of this despondent mood that you're in for having had to admit that your efforts in him was a failure. And then we got chocolate upside down, which is to deny this to yourself. So you're doing the right thing, but there's no satisfaction in it. And life is for the living. You're going to move on. You're doing the next right thing. But this didn't really bring you any satisfaction. And rather it brought you depression, and you had to surrender. You had to call uncle. You had to give up. You had to stop. And now it's back to work. Because it's going to take a miracle for you to get back on your feet. Yeah. So you get a new job. Or you're just doing what you got to do. But maybe it's to enjoy life again as well. And you've got a hint of guilt there about letting go of this. Because it's a relief. Even though you're trying to be humble. It's a reality. It's a little bit of a relief. And it's going to take a miracle for you to get back where you were. Okay. I smell something cooking. Something hot. It's on the wood stove. Probably a pancake or something. Maybe I'm channeling Matthew McConaughey. Okay, show me the Ten of Swords and depression. Oh my God, you went to such lengths. I mean, you really put yourself out there. You went too far. Overgiver. Ace of Cups. Oh, I love him. There's nothing I wouldn't do for him. And there's nothing you didn't do. Till you finally had to get away because it was do or die. Yeah, you think of this person as a soulmate. You miss them. You miss it when the times were good. If you had the slightest inkling, you must have done this many times, every way that you could think of, only to fail time and time and time again. If you had the slightest inkling that you might try it one more time and it might work, you would do it, even though you're on your last leg, because you love these people. You're loyal to them. But apparently that's what happened, and it failed again. And now you finally realize it and you cut him off. And when you cut him off, this guy flips around here. He was always Romeo, rush in, rush out, 5 girlfriends. You're married to him. Romeo, this is the good part, because he's very charismatic and he's like the life of the party. Look at me, and everybody looks at him, and you never know what the fuck he's going to be doing. Upside down is a unscrupulous man, a liar, a thief, the con man, the one that makes you fall in love with him so that he can get your life savings, premeditated desertion, to in the best of him, he's spontaneous, 100% on, 100% off, but he might need your money to do it, right? Good intentions, giant heart. Upside down, he's a very charismatic, lying, manipulative liar on purpose to say things. He means whatever he says, right? That's it. That's right side up, right? Upside down is to know he's lying. Right side up, he means whatever he says and it doesn't work out or it doesn't last. Upside down, he know he's lying and he's planned the outcome at your expense. You cut him off. That's who you're going to get. When you tell him the truth, that you feel like he betrayed you, and that you're going to cut him off so that he can't do it again. With great sadness, you escape him. He perhaps turns into a stalker. He definitely is now become your enemy. So you accept that you finally see his face with this conversation here, that you're cutting him off because you envision a future that without him in it, you'll be happier that way. He's holding you back and you're sad. You're sad. I wish it would have worked, but I gotta be me. I gotta live. It's not what you thought it was. Not at all. You're so slow to come to this conclusion because of your stability, I think. And I think that you're just logically getting ready for what this change is going to bring to you before it comes. I think that you're staying up on it. Because that's clearly the way it is. So you're going back to work. You're not satisfied to be right. You're doing what you need to do. There's a lot of infighting, gossip at the water cooler. These friends you make at work maybe aren't your friends. They all got the hand out. You help too much. You're an overgiver. Stay out of their business. Stay away from the water cooler. Be standoffish. Don't tell them anything about yourself, because you tell too much and then people use it, and you're just too quick. You take on everybody else's responsibility trying to make a friend. It's not a friend. But you're hard at work because you need a miracle. You need a miracle to catch up now. Hard at work. And you're doing all right. I think this is just staying humble and seeing it as it is. And I'm telling you about these friends. Don't try to make them. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to be humble. You don't have to save the world. Save yourself. You've come a long way. You prepared yourself, and now you're hard at work getting things back online. You want to get back to a position where you feel like you can let your guard down, and to you,
power off.
To you, that means money. The stability is a huge. It's what you're concerned about. I understand. And then you'll be able to relax and be happy. It's going to take a miracle. You can do it. You know. It's just hard work and sticking to it. You know. You're the miracle. Acceptance. It's a big world and you ain't it. Or it's a big club and you ain't in it. This is the way it really is. And then we got Beetle. Good fortune. You know that you're the resource. Control your anger or you will be sorry. Yes, okay. So things are good for you and they could be getting even better. You've got to do what you got to do, and it's about cutting off something that you thought was going to make you happy, but you tried for a long time and it really hurt you. You have a honest conversation with this person that did this, which turns them into an enemy. But you're sturdy. You're solid. You can take it. You've grown. There's more to life. There's more to you. You don't have to spend the rest of your life saving this person, but don't jump out of the pan and into the fire, because the friends that you think that you have may not be your friends. Definitely your co-workers. Be wary of them. Keep your mouth shut. I see manipulation on all sides in your near future. Extend your friendship grudgingly. because you're hard at work, and you've worked too hard to solve one problem just to pick up another one just like it. You're just looking for someone you can't let your guard down yet. Don't let your guard down too soon. They need to earn it. And maybe you're getting ready to get some sort of a miracle, a vast improvement, like a winning lottery ticket. Maybe it's something as simple as that. And maybe it's meant just for you, and you shouldn't have to share it. Here comes my big dog. Okay. Oh. Okay, show me the good fortunes coming her way. You control your anger about it. Why would the good fortune make her mad? I don't know. I'm not saying it is. Hard at work. You think it should have been more than what you got? Good fortune. Never look a gift horse in the mouth, girl. You've been sad. You've been struggling. You could use some help. Accept it for what it is and be grateful for it. Take that lesson to the bank. Be humble. Accept the help that's given you. So usually you're the helper, right? Someone with less than you may help you. Be grateful for that. It cost them more than it would have you. Control your anger or you'll be sorry. So it's not enough. You think it's not enough, but it's all that they had. So try to be grateful, because you could be cutting off your nose to spite your face, or maybe you're trying to. Maybe you tell them that it's not enough. That could be a version of it's not enough, and you're out. All wrapped up in this conversation of cutting them off. Okay. And then we got happiness on the bottom. True happiness. Alone, but not lonely. Come on, lay down there, be a good thing. Yeah. Okay. So we got the 4 cups. You know you've outgrown it. You're at the end of this season. You're going to put down this burden. You're not going to do this no more. You've just been confused to figure this out, to come to this conclusion. It's taken you quite some time. You had a lot invested in it. Something that hurt you deeply, and you withdrew yourself from it. You took away yourself emotionally, and now you're going to take away the bank. You're done. Rejection. You're not going to keep loving them when they don't love you back. Balance. And then you return to abundance, a spiritual well-roundedness. Be the water, not the cup. The stillness that you seek is there to be had. Don't be held. Don't be confined by one who seeks to drink your resources, to your energy, your essence. I wish I could do it like a sketchy. Essence. What is that? Here we have the 4 cups. Here we have the 4 cups. You're pretty well, you're done. You're biding your time. You're waiting for the bus. You're making a plan. You're all logical and shit. It's not enough. Okay, I'll come back to that. It's not enough. Okay, how are we gonna tell them it's not enough? I just saw the 8 of cups. How are we gonna tell them it's not enough? How is she gonna let them know? Is she gonna let them know? She's at the end. It's over. Death. You ain't gonna let him know. The Emperor. You're not gonna let him know. Ace of Swords. Well, you're good. Okay. There you are telling him. There's the conversation. So you are gonna let him know. You tell him it's over. Death, the Emperor, and the Ace of Swords. You tell him the fucking truth. Which is the Empress, the High Priestess. Well, that's back to no talking. That's back to Maybe you told him and he wasn't listening, and it's his fault that he's surprised. The Three of Swords, because he broke your heart one too many times and you took action. Two of Cups, you'll find another. Getting in alignment with you. Someone more like you. Both of you gonna knock him cups off that table. Cats. You're an odd bird, Donna Jean. And you're like, I'll find another. You might have to wait a little while because you're an odd bird. Therefore, the dude that you fall for will be an odd bird too. Haven't they all been? And acceptance that it didn't work again. Withdraw though, because you love them. You keep trying to find a place that's yours. To be betrayed again and again because you don't fit in. Alone but not lonely. Maybe you've developed a taste for your own company. Some of the best conversations you've ever had. The Magician, the Two of Swords, and the Hierophant. You did everything you could to see the best in this person, the potential, and you wouldn't see the worst part, the part that was more real. It was an illusion. But you treated them like they were God's gift to women, and they were more than happy to accept that, right? So in return, they never saw how hard you worked. They just took it for granted. They took the happiness that they took what you did for them for granted as their right, until you had to cut them off because they were just sucking the life out of you. King of Wands. Six of Pentacles. Always saving them. But oh, there he is. Okay. So you cut him off. Here he is. You cut him off. You break up with him because it's the King of Wands and the Six of Pentacles, which is in your conversation about betrayal here and how it's not good enough. You won't have him. Too blunt. Too blunt. The Lovers. You won't have him. He doesn't want, you've got him now as an enemy. Knight of Wands. He is immature and vengeful. Watch your back. He will be coming around. Advice from the Chloroma, from the Bouquet, the Surfeit, the Hanged Man. Oh, jaded, bored. You've learned, you know what your lesson is, but you'd rather not. You linger there long after you should have moved on from the lesson because of the stability and the surfeit in it. So you're kind of stuck. The Fool, you long to start over. You're so sick of this life. But the comforts keep you trapped there. But there's no love. Ace of Wands. Maybe the sex is good. I don't know. You're going to have to flame on. Knight of Pentacles is bolder in your stream. Old players. You could be, now look here, a lesson learned, and you could be deciding Well, this is one option out of many. I've had that I kind of a new beginning with old dude. You could just be happy if you want it. It's not what you want, but no, that's choosing this route. That's staying stuck. Because that's the route of stability and stagnation and no movement. It's an option. King of Swords. That's the one he would choose you take. That could be gaslighting. That could be your logic too. Because you are there. That's where you are. So you know where you are. And right now, you're going nowhere. Oh, no, I did it. 4 of Cups. You know you're bored. You know you've outgrown him. 8 of Cups. You're ready to go. You're just getting ready. You're the last details. 9 of Swords. You can't do it anymore. It's a do or die. You didn't want to leave. You have to. You can't stay, not after that betrayal, and so when you leave, it's like they feel that they don't care that you're hurt, and they don't care. They care that you cut them off. How dare you? King of Cups. Then they try to guilt you. You wouldn't do this if you really love me. But what you're getting is the King of Wands upside down. He is a ruthless man, and he is a liar. 8 of Swords, trying to reinspell you. Maybe he's always been kind of a liar, and it was never much of a stretch for him to be undependable. Because there's the 8 of Swords there, so there were signs. You never let somewhere else in here too, you never let yourself see him as he truly is. You always saw the best potential he had, when really he was quite a bit lower down. 5 of Cups. You're sad. You're sad. 3 of Wands. And you begin the journey of moving into your future alone. You're not going to wait for him to pull his head out of his ass anymore. Indeed, you haven't. You've left him. You cut him off. You left him. You went out. You got a job, a new place to live, on your own again. Blah blah blah. Or, well, actually, okay. This is what you're getting ready to do. This is in your future. You've already made some. I see the declaration here. If you haven't had the conversation, it's upon you now. And I see you standing strong. And I see you doing it. And letting them go. Because you're finally going to pay attention to yourself. Don't let your guard down. If they come back around swearing that they can make you happy, do not let your guard down. Because you've come a long way, and they will just put you back to square one. Which is kind of what you're getting ready to step into. Back to basics, back to square one. Okay, final summary for this overall reading from Spirit is the High Priestess. Keep your mouth shut. Don't tell him. Trust your gut. Intuitive, unconscious, divine feminine. You're choosing you. You're removing yourself systematically. Because you care about this and it hurts your heart. Wise counsel. Seek guidance from trusted friends or mentors to help you along. Here we go to the 3 of Cups up here. My girls at the water cooler, my girls' night out. I don't care what this card says. Beware. Alone but not lonely. Giving birth. I am bringing forth new and dynamic energy into the world. See, and like I said, I was talking about winning the lottery, this little boon that's going to come to you. Don't share it grudgingly. It's for you. It's a new you, giving birth to a new you. Don't tell them. Don't share it. And then that's how you'll keep control with the lion. If you have moderate aggressive impulses, this is an invitation to control your temper. Control your temper with the lion, the Leo, the King of Wands. You are encouraged to explore how to express your needs or thoughts more openly and constructively to reduce your level of frustration, which is to tell them that what they're giving you isn't good enough. Even though it's all they have to give, it's not good enough. Not for the level of participation that you are putting in. That's the facts. It's just math. Logical. No crazy emotions. Pushes come to shove, you shall not pass. I love you. This is the line. This is my line. My individuation. My Surfeit. Let's go back and talk about this depression. And your entitlement. And your inability to save them. Well, you're not doing them any favors. And if you really wanted to save them, and you really know, and you did everything you could, let them go. You're not doing their life. It's not working. And it's horribly awful for you. Let it go. I'll see you in the next one.